All right, guys, I have the lineup. This afternoon's game, 1:40 p.m. game against the Tampa Bay Rays. It's game 3 of 3. The Yankees unfortunately lost the first 2. They have to win this game. And I'll tell you this, I mean, whatever happens the rest of the season, I think there's going to be some significant roster changes, even personnel changes this offseason, whether it be either coaches or strength and conditioning, and definitely players. I mean, they have $112 million coming off the books and a lot of unproductive roster spots. So I see a lot of activity happening. And before I go to the lineup, I think there's some guys that are going to be in the hot seat. You know, some obvious guys: Josh Donaldson, Aaron Hicks, Gleyber Torres, even to a degree IKF. And those I think are the more obvious candidates. Maybe a couple of other players as well. But there's going to be a lot of free agents this offseason too. But I mean, Donaldson's in jeopardy of losing his job, obviously. Hicks definitely. I think they're going to try to move both of them aggressively this offseason. And even Torres as well. They tried to move him, but Miami asked for Peraza in exchange for Pablo Lopez and kind of a middle infielder. But if Joey Wendell was included in the trade, then I think the Yankees might have considered it, but he wasn't. But they also gave Cashman like 3 minutes to decide. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised he pulled out of that kind of ridiculous request. So I think most sane-minded GMs would do that too. Now, with that said, IKF, I think he's hot-seated too, but he at least has the ability to replace Josh Donaldson at third base if Josh Donaldson gets moved, right? He's a better defensive player at third than he is at second. He's a Gold Glover. I mean, at shortstop, he's a Gold Glover there. So the defensive profile can be moved over, and then you can have Peraza at short, you can have Cabrera, whatever. And it also gives the roster some flexibility to continue to do things. And keep in mind, he's a free agent after next year. So, I mean, I don't think the Yankees are going to go after Nolan Arenado this offseason. If he opts out, I don't know. Rafael Devers is a big-time free agent who's going to be available after next season. And if the Yankees can swoop him away, he'll only be 26 years old. I mean, they have to consider that if he's not extended by the Red Sox. So, or traded in a sign trade or whatever. And they got to go after that guy. But also, IKF moving him to third, if it happens, still gives the Yankees more time to develop guys like Anthony Volpe and Trey Sweeney and some of these Roderick Arias, some of these other guys. And now that Volpe's up at AAA, I do expect him to be up at some point in time next year or at the end of the year or whatever, if he keeps progressing. So, and the Yankees have a really, really, really young nucleus on the field. But we never know. You never know. Now let's get into the lineup. Aaron Judge is leading off in center field. DJ LeMahieu's batting second and playing first. Oswaldo Cabrera is batting third in right field. Giancarlo Stanton's cleaning up at DH. I would be moving him down that lineup right now if I were them. But Josh Johnson's batting fifth, playing third base. IKF is batting sixth today at shortstop. He's one of the few guys that are actually hitting with runners in scoring position. Aaron Hicks is batting seventh in left field. Oswald Peraza is batting eighth at second base. So there's some positions being moved around. Kyle Higashioka is at the dish, batting ninth, and on the mound, on the hill, Frankie Montas. So let's keep building on something here, Frankie. We got to get you on the right track. We got to get you on a good track for the postseason. Because if you play well in the postseason, this little snippet of what's going on right now will be forgotten. Okay? And, especially if you play well in the postseason, the whole Sonny Gray Part 2 baloney will be bye-bye. It'll be bye-bye. So, and let's shut up the haters. How about that? Let's shut up the doubters and the haters who like to call you that. So, but we need you to pitch better, dude. We need you to pitch better, Frankie. So, hopefully you'll do that. That's the lineup, gang. I'll be recapping it afterwards. So, if you're around and you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Please do that, and I greatly appreciate it as well. We are on the road to 15,000 subs. We're about, 600 subs away. So, hoping to get there soon. And would love to get to 20,000 by the end of the year, but looks like a pretty monumental feat, but we'll see. And I have some new spruced up things in the channel that you're going to see shortly. So I said it before, it's making some adjustments and working with some people to help spruce up the channel and the videos. You'll be seeing it shortly. What I mean shortly, in the next day or two, most likely. So, and maybe even later. But if anything else comes out, I'll be putting it out. You know that. But that's the lineup. That's the news right now. I mean, there's no other news right now except for, my opinion of, and that's not even news, but of who the hot seat is. I mean, a lot of these guys. And you let me know what you think. Am I missing somebody on the hot seat? Do you understand what I was saying about the positional stuff and moving around? And they could move IKF, but they could also move him to third and capitalize on the good defense. So maybe he'll even hit better at third base. I don't know. We'll see. But let's get into it, gang. Talk to you later.